Hi, would you like to improve your English vocabulary by learning expressions with the word mind? Welcome to Jen's Jyugyou. My name is Jen, and today I'm going to teach you 12 different expressions using the word mind in English. Our first expression for today is, what's on your mind? What's on your mind? This expression is a way to ask somebody what they are thinking about or what they are worrying about. We will usually say to someone, "Oh, are you okay? What's on your mind?" if we think that they look stressed or worried or upset about something. When we use this expression, we want to know what the other person is thinking about and what might be troubling them. "Hey, are you okay? What's on your mind? You look really upset. What's on your mind?" This is similar to the expression in English to have a lot on your mind. If you say, "Oh, I have a lot on my mind," it means that there are many things that are making you feel stressed or worried or anxious. "Oh, I have a lot on my mind these days." Our second expression for today is, what do you have in mind? To have something in mind means that you are thinking about it. And when we use the expression, what do you have in mind? We're asking someone what their idea about something is. "Oh, I have great plans for this weekend." "Really? What do you have in mind?" "I have the best solution to solve this problem." "Oh, what do you have in mind?" Our third expression is, do you mind? This is a way of showing somebody that you are annoyed or angry or upset by their actions. It's usually said in a loud and annoyed way. "Do you mind?" For example, if I am sitting and I am studying Japanese or doing some work really hard and my husband comes in and turns on the radio really loudly, I might say, "Do you mind? I'm trying to study," or "Do you mind? I'm working here." You could also say "Do you mind" in a gentler voice to show that you are slightly annoyed. For example, if I have many groceries and I get onto a crowded bus and there's somebody sitting taking up 3 seats, I might look at them and say, "Do you mind if I sit here?" Or "Do you mind?" If you would like to politely ask somebody to do something or ask somebody permission to do something, don't use "Do you mind?" Instead, use expression number 4, which is would you mind? Would you mind? For example, "Would you mind if I sat here?" In the case of me working, if my husband comes into the room, he could ask me, "Would you mind if I turned on the radio?" We can also use "would you mind" to request that somebody do something for us. "Would you mind passing the salt, please?" "Oh, it's a little bit cold in here. Would you mind closing the window, please?" Expression number 5 is to use mind plus a noun to show that you need to be careful, pay attention, be aware, focus on this noun. For example, you might have heard the expression on the subway, "mind the gap." This means there is a gap, a space between the train and the platform, so please be careful of this space. Don't trip, don't fall. There's the expression, "mind your P's and Q's." Basically, "mind your P's and Q's" would be the same way as saying "mind your manners" or "mind your language." It means please behave appropriately. Be aware of your behavior. Don't swear. Remember to say please and thank you. Have good behavior. Mind your P's and Q's. Mind your manners or mind your language. Expression number 6 is to keep something in mind. Please keep in mind that is how you might hear the expression being used. If my husband and I are going to be meeting some friends for dinner, but we decide to have coffee first, but my husband starts ordering cakes and cookies and things, I might say to him, "Keep in mind we're meeting people for dinner in about an hour. Please consider the fact that this is going to be happening." To keep something in mind. Expression number 7 is never mind. Never mind is used a lot in English. It's a way of saying to someone, don't worry about it, forget about it, it's not important. So if I say something and my husband says, sorry, I didn't hear you, and I repeat myself again, what was that? Pardon? I might just say to him, never mind, meaning forget it, it's not important. I don't want to take the effort to repeat what I said again. Expression number 8 is to make up your mind. To make up your mind means to decide on something, to choose something. Whenever I go to a restaurant and I'm looking at the menu, I want to eat everything because I love food. But I need to make up my mind. What am I going to eat? It's hard to make up my mind because there's so many choices. Expression number 9 is to change your mind. If you change your mind, it means that you are changing your decision. You're making a different decision from what you originally decided. So if I tell the waiter I want pizza, but then he starts to walk away. No, wait, I changed my mind. I want this pasta instead. I'm making a different decision. I'm not staying with the original decision. I'm changing my mind. I thought I would go to the party today, but I'm feeling a little bit tired, so I changed my mind. I'm not going to go. Expression number 10 is for something to slip your mind. If something slips your mind, it means that you have forgotten about it. I planned to buy eggs when I was at the grocery store, but it slipped my mind and now I need to go shopping again. Expression number 11 is for your mind to go blank. It was terrible. My mind just went completely blank. Perhaps while giving a presentation, you open your mouth to speak and then suddenly your mind goes blank. You forget what you're going to say, you have trouble thinking, you can't think clearly, you can't make a sentence. Your mind has gone blank because you felt maybe nervous or stressed. I studied hard for the test, but when it came time to answer the question, my mind went blank. The actor became really nervous on stage because his mind went blank and he couldn't remember his line. Expression number 12 is for something to blow someone's mind. You can use the expression, wow, it blew my mind, or my mind is blown. This means that you are incredibly astonished, shocked, surprised, or in awe of something. Seeing the actor's performance blew my mind. They were so incredible. Wow, that is an amazing fact. My mind is completely blown. You can use it in a negative way too. Despite the dangers of COVID-19, it blows my mind that people won't wear masks and listen to health officials. So today, you learned more than 12 expressions connected to your mind in English. And now it's time for Question of the Day. Today's question is, if someone visits your country, what should they keep in mind? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching this lesson. If you found it useful, please subscribe to Jen's Jyugyou and give this video a thumbs up. Good luck with your English studies. See you in the next lesson.